Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk, Real Solutions, our 40-day daily challenge of finding God in autism. So, yay, today I'm so glad to be able to say today's devotional lines up with today, actually, today. So, Today is day number 34. Wow. We just have just a couple of more to go. Actually, we have 6 more to go and we'll be done. So I'm thinking, okay, today is Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Wow, Monday. So I hope everybody is having a great day today. We are under a um, severe weather. So I know that this is happening everywhere. Different places are really having some bad weather. So could you please pray, lift us up in prayer um, here in where we're at, and so and continuing to pray and lift up those who have been affected by the tornado, I think in Houston and maybe some other areas. So, okay, let's get to it. So today's scripture reading is Matthew 27:46. So, uh, there we go. A little bit, get my, okay. It says, Matthew 27:46. About the ninth hour, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, Elo, Elo, lama sabachthani, or sabachthani. I'm sorry, I may have botched that, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me? So the write-up says, forsaken means to give up on, renounce, to desert, abandon, or reject. Christ, God's own flesh and blood, a part of the Trinity, actually felt forsaken by God, his Father. He felt abandoned and rejected. Have you ever thought that God sat in silence as you cried out to him? I know I have. I prayed, our son needs you, God. He needs a healing touch from you. Do you understand that it's your child, God? Why are you being silent in such a time of need? It's then we need to remember today's verse. Christ hung on the cross and cried out to God too. Christ cried, my God, why have you forsaken me? Christ's cry was as loud and heartfelt as mine. In fact, Christ's cry must have been a million times louder than mine. Christ cried out for all of us. I cried out for just one child. And as he cried out, God was silent. God knew he had to let his son die on the cross. He knew the sins of the world and the sins of all future generations needed to pass through his son's body. Without that, all of his children, you and me included, would be lost forever. A sacrifice had to be paid. God can't be with sin. After the sacrifice, after Christ went through death on the cross, God exercised his power. Christ arose from the dead. This shows us God did not remain silent. When Christ died on that cross, he gave all that was needed to overcome autism. He gave all that was needed to overcome any disability. any hardship. By dying on the cross, Christ demonstrated the ultimate example of love. By God allowing his one and only son to die, our relationship with God could be restored. When God's time frame is not the same as our time frame, which it is often not, we tend to jump to the conclusion God is not answering our prayers. This is not true. God, in his infinite wisdom, is fully aware of our desires and needs. His plan is perfect. We need to remember he wants to be glorified. He wants the credit for our children being healed. He takes us on the path that will bring him the most glory. Days, weeks, and even years is all we know as humans. But God works on the scale of eternity. Eternity is something we don't think about on a daily basis. We think in terms of instant gratification, instant healings. So if God is being silent with your prayers, remember he has a reason. We don't have to know the reason right now. God did not forsake his son Jesus. God has not forsaken you, me, or our children. Remember the silence and not the remember the silence will not last forever. God will make his move and the answer will be more than what we are praying for. So today's take action is think about how God has not spoken. Think about how God has not forsaken you or your child. So my takeaway from this is wow, um, how Christ was rejected so we don't have to be rejected. He paid a mighty price. He knew what he was getting going to be doing, uh, and how that decision was made. So, how this helps me is that God has not forsaken us in any of our trials and situations. We may not understand why it may seem like a prayer is not being answered. And it goes back to yesterday where it says how um, God hears our prayers. If you're born again, you belong to him, you're a believer, he hears our prayers. But does that mean or does that equate to him answering our prayer, answering it right then and there, or the way we're telling him to do it or whatnot? And um, so we just need to stay connected to him and let's just be thankful. I know God has been there for me through so many things. And and so I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful. So with that said, I am going to um that's it. So I will say please leave a comment if you have a nugget you want to share, good or bad. Please, and also I want to say please like, share, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Well, with that said, I hope you have a great day today, a blessed day, stay safe, and grace and peace. Bye.